Hi, Sofía. How are you?
I'm good. I'm so sorry. My Zoom link wasn't working, but
It's
it's good.
okay. Thanks for doing this. I really
Oh my
appreciate it.
God. Thank you for having me. This is my first interview I've ever had, so I'm kind
Wow. Well,
of
thank
yeah.
you. That's cool. That's really cool. So you're in Panama.
Actually, I'm not right
You're
now.
not. Okay, where are you at currently?
I'm in Hawaii.
Wow, that's nice.
So basically, yeah, I have my boyfriend lives here, so I just came to visit for a month and then going back.
Very
Yeah.
cool.
But I
But
was in Panama this entire quarantine and I was going crazy because
I heard
Panama
it's
sounded pretty bad.
yeah, I heard it's pretty tight there, the lockdown.
No,
Oh,
it's horrible. It's really,
really?
really bad. Yeah, I mean
Is
it's
there just
not
a lot of cases? What's going on?
yeah, like there's a lot of cases and like I think um yeah, it's just kind of scary because like people are getting like being like are wearing masks and wearing
Mhm.
like the entire thing. Like people look terrifying in the streets, and
Oh,
it's
wow.
really really bad. So people like don't. It's like this like ghost virus. Like we don't know or how it really works. Obviously, like
Right.
in other countries, like everyone knows how it works and everyone's doing the best in Panama, but
Wow.
it's still bad. Yeah.
I'm glad you're safe as of now in Hawaii. That's pretty cool place to be.
I'm
Well,
very happy I'm here.
yeah. Thank you again so much for doing this. Our podcast is about your journey in the music industry and
Oh,
signing to Warner Records and how you got into music. So, well, first, I know you said you grew up in Panama. Tell me how you got into music originally.
so I think I wasn't really good at other things like at all. Like I could like school I had like a 2.6 like GPA. Like I was terrible, like
It's
horrible
not
at
that bad.
no, I swear, like I'm not exaggerating. Like it was really, really bad. And I just like I always like in school, like I used to like when I got the tests, like I would just write poems for the teachers and stuff. Like never,
Oh, never answered the questions. Just
yeah,
gave
just
them a
like
little poem.
I just like wrote little things from the teachers, and like I always loved writing. And then like later on in life, like my mom, um, like got me a guitar, got me a teacher. She was like, you have to learn guitar now." And I was like, "Okay." Um, and then suddenly I could play guitar, and I was like decent at it. And my mom got so happy. She was like, "You're not dropping this," and I was like, "Oh well." And then I did it for like 2 more years, and then I kind of stopped doing classes, and then I kind of just like
Picked up on
started.
your own.
hmm
How old were you when your mom bought you that guitar?
I was 8,
8.
maybe. I was 7. I just turned 8, and
Okay.
yeah,
Birthday
and
gift?
no, it was just like my mom just wanted me to like she wanted me to be good at something. She was like, try
Okay.
this, try that. She was like gymnastics, horseback riding. I was doing everything.
Threw you in anything? And music stuck, huh?
Music was the one that stuck, not horseback riding. I was pretty
R-
good at it though. I was like, did competitions.
Oh, really? Could you
Yeah,
like jump the horse over the
yeah,
things
all
and
that.
whatnot? Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
did all that.
That's
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Um, well, I did read you come from a pretty musical background or family, right?
Yes. So, my great grandfather, he's like a Cuban singer, and he was pretty successful. And then my great grandmother was also very successful Panamanian singer.
Mm-hmm.
And so in my life, like it's always been a thing. Like so, yeah, like my dad was a drummer, my mom was a singer, my grandma was a singer, my aunts were singers like it's but they never did it seriously. And then
Oh,
when
okay.
I was younger I was like, I'm gonna be a superstar, and they were like, okay, but actually stick to it, not like these other people. So it was like always this like pressure, I think, to actually like do something with it. So
So your great grandparents were doing it professionally, and
yes,
then the music kind of trickled down to your family and
yeah,
grandparents, but they didn't take it as seriously.
like they did, but like like they were kind of scared of like paying the bills and all of that, and like they
Sure.
they wanted like a actual job.
Right.
Not like it's not an actual job, it actually is, surprisingly. um,
Yeah. It just yeah.
but no, yeah, like yeah, that's pretty much.
Okay. So then you got the guitar at 8, and you were taking lessons. Were you just trying to learn cover songs, or what were you listening to and trying to play?
Like honestly, like I didn't grow up like with a like I had my grandparents' music and stuff,
Mhm.
but my mom and my dad weren't like super musical people. As in, like my mom was listening to like Britney Spears and Black Eyed Peas. Like that's where I grew up in. And then my dad was like John Mayer. You know what I mean? And
Uh-huh.
then so I kind of grew up with that. And then when I was like 14, that's when I got like, or 13, I got obsessed with music. And then I started getting obsessed with like Gilberto, with Marcos Valle, with, I don't know, with Stevie Nicks. I was obsessed with Stevie Nicks, um, Bob Dylan, Nick Drake. And then,
Mhm.
but like, they were like, what the fuck is this? Oh, sorry about a word.
You can
What,
cuss.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like, what the
Sorry.
fuck are you listening to? But yeah, wait, sorry, I don't even know what your question was. I like started talking about something else.
Oh, I was just wondering how you like you came from a musical family, but you said that you're. Oh no, I asked if you were playing cover songs or if you were learning your own original songs.
Oh no,
Uh,
no. Yeah, you asked the other one, but
Oh,
answering
okay. I asked something.
this one, I did start doing covers because I,
Okay.
but before even that, like I was only doing guitar because I was too shy to like sing or do
Oh.
anything. And then by myself, like I, like after like 2 years, so I didn't really start singing until I was 10.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
yeah, so guitar was my first thing, and piano when I was way younger, but never took it seriously.
Do
It
you
was
still
kind of
play piano, or it was just like a thing you did for a little bit?
I can fake it fine. Like I can sit in a piano and I can pretend like I can play and people believe me. So I think like,
So you can play it.
I can play it, but I don't understand like what am I actually doing here? You know what I mean?
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So
Well, when did you start writing music?
so when I was 13, I kind of
13.
yeah, I met this manager and he was like, girls are not getting signed unless they're writing their own songs. And I was like, what? Like
Where
I
did
thought
you meet the manager, if you
he
don't
was
mind me
actually
asking?
not even a manager. He was a friend of my parents who lived
Okay.
in LA, who has a magazine. And he was like, I'll be your manager. Like obviously he was like, oh, cute girl, like she
Uh-huh.
wants to be a singer. I got his phone number. I was texting him every day. Poor man. Like, and now looking back, I'm like, oh my god. And I was like, I wrote a song. It was like about ghosts, and like I was just every day I was like writing a new song. Because I think at
Mhm.
the time I wasn't being judgmental about to myself about it, so I was coming up with a song like every night.
Wow.
Yeah, but they were not good. They were like, I'm sitting here and the ghost is staring at me. Like it was really bad.
Well, you got to
But
start somewhere, right?
right,
You know,
yes,
Paul
yeah,
McCartney didn't start by writing like Beatles hits.
yeah. But they were embarrassing, and this poor guy had to. Actually, I don't even know if he listened, but he got a lot of your voice memos.
And were you playing like when you're sending them those songs? Were they just demos that you were recording at your in your room, or how are you recording the songs and sending them to
Yeah,
him?
I think I kind of had little demos on my like phone on, you know,
Oh, like a voice memo type thing.
and then I asked my mom like I need to be with a producer, and then my mom was like, what? But like producers are so expensive, like you can't, you know what I mean? And my mom was like for your birthday and Christmas gift and any other fucking gift for the rest of the year, like
The rest
that's
of your life.
yeah, it's like we're gonna produce one of your songs, and it was like with a close friend of hers, and give her like a huge discount. It's like all cute, like Sophia, cute Sophia, trying to be a singer, and like yeah, and then I did that, and then my one song, I was like, here's my song, and
Uh-huh.
but yeah, no, it's a one produced song, all the
What?
other.
Yeah. What did you do with that produced song?
I was supposed to put it out, but obviously, like at the time, I was like writing. I was like, I'm a genius, and I'm like, this is the worst thing I've ever done. So it was. I kind of finished it, and I was like, I never even listened to it again. I was like, no, my
Oh,
parents are so
really?
on me. Yeah,
Was that sound the sound of the song, or is it sound anything like what you're doing now?
it was just no. Actually, maybe yeah. It was always kind of like a dreamy kind of pop folk depressing vibe.
Okay.
You know, it's
Yeah.
always there. It's always been like melancholic. Like it's
Sure.
always
Yeah, that's a great
under
word
my
to describe
head.
it.
In my
Yeah.
head. So
what was the first time you got to play some of your own music in front of people? Like, did you do any open mic nights or anything like that?
I like no, because in Panama, like there are places to play, but there's not like open mics and stuff.
Okay.
Like it's you're gonna have to like call the person that is the owner of a bar, and like it's kind of like messy to some extent. Um, but I played my first song in a festival, which was like my first gig ever. Like
Okay.
my mom had a few followers on Instagram. Actually, had quite a lot, and so I was like, So I would just record myself from her phone and then post it on her account.
On your
And then,
mom's?
yeah, on my
That's
mom's
funny.
account. Um, and then one day, like I sent one of my covers. There was this big festival. It's like one of the biggest festivals I think in Central America that they kind of do. And I was like, hi, my name is Sofía, and I want to play in your festival. Here's my covers. And they're like, yeah, why not? And
Really?
yeah, and I was like, what? I was like 15, and then yeah, so I got it.
Just like
And
cold calling them up and saying, "Hey, I want to play."
yeah, and I was like, but here's my, and it's like, okay, sure, send us some videos on email. And I was like, okay, and I sent them like 10 emails of me singing. And they really liked it, and they had seen me on my mom's Instagram, so it worked.
Whoa! Oh my
Yeah,
gosh!
yes. So, and then yeah, they just like let me play, and it was like my first gig, and I played my first my first song that I wrote and produced. Actually, it was my second one, because then I met someone else and they kind of offered to help. Um, but yeah, that was my first time I sang my own song. But it was
Wow!
terrifying.
At a
It was also
festival,
my
huh?
first gig, and it was like a big, yeah.
Yeah.
And
Tell me
it was
about
like
that.
opening for like, do you know who Draco Rosa is? For
I don't.
Okay, so he was coming to Panama and he was playing. Actually, it was on my second festival, but it was like in the same week. Um, and it was like he's like a very important like singer songwriter in Latin America.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it was maybe an accident they let me play like before him or something without.
So you got to
um,
be like the opener for the main headliner.
I mean, not really, but like it was in the same day, and it was like a little earlier in the day, and for me that was like, like I couldn't ask for more than for
Right.
that. Yeah.
Wow. And at that point, how many songs did you have? Oh, you had a lot of songs, right? Because you were
I
sending demos and
I
demos and
had
demos.
I had some really bad ones, but then I had like one good one.
Okay.
That's the one that I played.
Oh,
It
and you
was
just played the one song.
hmm Oh no, and then I played
Oh.
like 5 covers, like Artie Monkeys, like Fleetwood Mac, and
Oh,
then
okay.
my song.
Cool. Right. Okay. So you did some covers and then the one original.
Yes. Yeah.
Nice. And then
Yeah.
tell me from there, what was the next thing that happened to you? I mean, how did you get signed to Warner
Oh,
Records?
it wasn't messy at all. It was pretty fast. Um, but it was very unexpected. That's kind of meant when I said messy. It was just very, very unexpected. So I moved to the US when I was after that festival. I was like, I'm ready to leave to Los Angeles. Obviously, like it doesn't work like that. I don't have like a visa to just go into the US like that. So
Mhm.
I was like, I want to go study in the US. My mom was like, you're still in high school. And I was like, whoa. And then I kind of like found this like school online. It's called Interlock, and it's in Northern Michigan. And I was like, and applied to it. And like my mom kind of knew I was applying to it, but like nobody was really expecting for me to get in. And then I got in, and then I was like, bye, goodbye, and I left.
And you went to Michigan.
And I went to Michigan for 2 years, and I stayed there studying songwriting, and teachers there were great. And then graduated from there. Then I went to Liverpool. I moved to Liverpool,
Wow.
studied there. Funny, you said Paul McCartney at the beginning because it's his school.
Oh, really? That you went to in Liverpool?
Yeah, it's his school.
Wow.
Yeah. Um,
That's cool. That's really cool. I didn't even know he had a school.
yeah. Oh my God, he has school. It's
That makes
pretty.
sense.
Yeah. So then after my first year, I was like, okay, I'm ready to leave forever. Like I wasn't kind of like giving up on music, but like I've kind of tried for a while, and like nothing was really happening. My first year in Liverpool, I really didn't like it because I like didn't have friends. Like I wasn't really playing. I was writing a lot though, a lot.
Okay.
And I kind of made this SoundCloud link where I put all of my songs in, and it was always in private. And like I met this management, and it was going really, really well. But then I met this other manager, and I kind of like loved her, so I kind of went with her, and she presented me to another manager, and then I started working with both of them. And then the SoundCloud link kind of went like all over the place. Like this SoundCloud link that I had of all the songs.
Yeah, the private link.
The private link, like manager had it, then like I sent it to a couple of people, a couple of lawyers I was talking to, and then like it was like this was around December. Then I got a call from my manager, like, so remember the link? I was like, yeah. I was like, it got to this people, this person, and this person. I was like, what? He was like, yeah. He's like, you have to come to LA right now. And I was like, what? And it was like Christmas.
Oh my gosh! So this isn't very long ago.
No,
like December. Okay.
Like nothing ago. But yeah, and then we kind of met on like Zoom online. I went back to the UK, and then because Warner also has their offices there, went down, met with other labels, but like Warner did stick out a lot because they were just like the sweetest people, and they were super, super interested. And then it just like happened, and
Wow.
I signed in the pandemic, like at the like 2 months in the pandemic.
Oh my God.
That was great because we really wanted to like work with each other, so it just happened.
Okay, so you signed the deal during the
Like
pandemic.
3 months ago. Yeah.
Yeah, tell me about signing that must have still been, I mean,
It's
tell me
crazy.
about the moment, yeah, that you
I
got this.
I like, like I grew up like wanting all these things, and you go through all the people being like, it's in the US, it's very far away, it's very difficult, or it's in the UK, it's like a very far away thing. Like even like me, like 6 months ago, like this wouldn't like have never happened. Like this doesn't make sense for me or my family. Like they're all super confused. But I guess it happened. Yeah, I don't know. It's been kind of crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then you've released, sorry, go ahead.
Nothing. You dream about these things happening, but like there's a part of you that are just like, it's kind of very far, you don't think it's actually going
it's kind of far-fetched, like, oh, like that'd be really cool if that happened, but not think that it's actually gonna happen. But wow. And you've released one song so far, Little Did I Know.
Yeah.
And tell me about that song.
So I wrote that one in November, so 2019 November.
Okay. And were you able to record it pretty quickly after that? And
oh my God, so the demo that everyone is hearing, I did it in my kitchen. Like it's a kitchen demo. Like you
the song on the music video and everything?
Everything. Yeah. You
oh
can
my gosh.
The clicking track in the back. You can hear my roommates walking at the end, like before like opening. You can hear everything.
Okay, so tell me about the song.
Well, basically my friend was like, hey, let's write. Like he's always been like, let's write together. And I was like, okay. And he came to my house, and I had my guitar, so I was like, I don't know, do you have anything in mind, like any guitar parts? Because sometimes it's really easy for me if someone else like starts playing something in the guitar, and then I can take the guitar and then I'm like start going.
Sure.
But sometimes like I can get very trapped in the same chords that I do, so I like having someone there sometimes. So he grabbed the guitar and he played like 2 chords, 3 chords. I was like, perfect, repeat them over and over again. And then he had only 2 hours because I was on campus. Like I was in my little dorm.
Like dorm,
so,
okay.
After 2 hours, you have to pay like a fine if you don't leave. So like you can't have the card there. So me and my friend were like, okay, we have like 2 hours to write this and record it. So the song was pretty quickly. Like I wrote the lyrics. Something was happening in my life where it was just very easy for me to write about. We wrote the song, we recorded it, and he was like, I gotta go, closed the computer and left. then the demo kind of stuck and everyone liked the demo. And I was like, no, let's stick with the demo. And I was like, fine, I like the demo too. So, but the demo is pretty rough. Like, who produced it did a really, Sam, his name is Sam. Sam did a really good job at hiding that a little bit.
Yeah, I now I have to go back and listen to it and really pay attention and try to listen to the door.
Listen to the door, you feel the clicking track.
I want to hear the click track.
Yeah, you'll hear it. It's like, you know that I can't, like, you'll hear it. It's so fun.
That's awesome that you just went with it.
Yeah. No, it's funny. Yeah.
And then you shot the video recently as well in quarantine.
Yeah, so Panama's in full lockdown, so like a video is not even like an option. But my best friend, like, well, she now is my best friend. She wasn't my best friend when I started, but now she is. My best friend. Her name is Phoebe. I called her and I was like, hey, like, I need to do a music video. And I have this like little tiny like camera from like 2006, like horrible quality, but it's so cute. Like, I love it. And like, I was like, well, if we're gonna do a really bad music video, like, might as well like actually like do a horrible music video, as in like visually, like with the camera
quality style. Yeah,
it's like let's this like this entire aesthetic of like old cameras and stuff. So I was like, I think this is gonna work if we, you know. So she was like, we were both like putting lighting on, like trying to do it. And I was like, oh, little did I know. And then I grabbed and I edited it, and the video was done in a day, like 2 days. So,
oh wow.
Yeah, she like stepped over, and yeah, so she kind of did like help me with the lighting, and then I edited it.
It looks great.
Thank you.
It's cool. I like how it goes from black and white to you have like the different filters and stuff on, and at one point you're singing, and then like you're doing some ballerina or yoga poses. I'm not really sure. Yoga poses. Yeah, but it's a cool video. That's really and that's insane that you wrote and recorded the song.
I know.
In your like kitchen or living room.
Thank you.
That's really awesome. Well, and then you have an EP coming out, correct? With that track?
Yes. So I have a single coming out next month.
Okay.
And then wait a little while, then another single, and then the EP.
Wow.
So I'm really excited for the EP. Like, it's a lot of like different songs. So a few of them I wrote when I was 17, like 16, and some I wrote like 5 months ago. You know?
Okay. And what about those? Did you record those in a studio, or was that still kind of?
No, like most of them were kind of recorded during quarantine. My friend lent me his mic, and I kind of recorded what I needed to record, and then me and the producer were kind of like on the computer and sending emails to each other, or we were in Zoom calls for hours, or we were on the phone for a long time, or we were writing emails for a long time. So
yeah.
So that was kind of how it was done. And then 2 of them were actually done in the studio when I was in London.
Oh, very cool. That's really exciting. So you got the EP coming out, a couple more singles, and does that first song, is the rest of the EP pretty similar as far as sonically?
The rest of the EP, yes. There's a sister song to Little Did I Know. It's called Lonely. Mm-hmm. And then there's like the 2 kind of pop-ish songs.
And they're more upbeat stuff.
They're a little more upbeat. But then there's this other dramatic one. So yeah, there's a lot. I'm excited. There's a song for everyone, I think, or that's what people have been telling me. The people have listened to the EP. So yeah, everything's done. It's just now has to be released, and it's gonna be released over the next few months.
Course of time. Very cool. Well, thank you so much, Sophia, for talking with me today. I really appreciate your time. I have one more question I want to ask you.
Yeah.
I want to know if you have any advice for aspiring artists.
I think, like, my dad was always being like, you have to keep going, like, you can't stop. And I was like, no, it's over, like, nothing's gonna happen, I'm gonna be a yoga teacher now. Like, that's when people fail. So like, if I wouldn't have kept going, like waited 3 more months, literally, like maybe none of this would have happened. So I think it's like, be patient, stick with it, work really hard. If you're a writer, write really hard. Like, not write really hard, that's weird. Just write a lot, and put yourself out there as much as possible, as in like playing gigs, playing with other people, playing for other people, writing for other people. And yeah, just like not stopping. And yeah, because that's gonna go through, like people are gonna know, and there's gonna comes a point that is like, you know, it's gonna happen at some point. It's just when. And